He's about to lose everything. One company is weeks from running out of money. The other has already exploded 3 times. If this next launch fails too, both die in the same month. The man watching it happen is Elon Musk, and right now, nobody would bet on him. This is how he got here, and what he did next. Today, his companies build the cars and rockets everyone talks about. But this isn't a story about a genius who always knew he'd win. It's a story about a man who kept ending up at zero, and what he did right after. Pretoria, South Africa, 1980s. Elon Musk is small for his age, obsessed with books, and has no interest in fitting in. That makes him a target. He's bullied badly enough, by his own account, to end up hospitalized once. His parents divorce. He makes the strange choice to live with his father, a decision he later says he regretted. He didn't belong where he was. At 17, he leaves, alone, for Canada with no money and no plan beyond get to America. Years later, he's accepted into a PhD program at Stanford, about as safe a path as exists. The internet is just starting to exist, and almost nobody trusts it yet. Musk quits the PhD program after 2 days. The risk? Betting on something most people thought was a toy. He and his brother Kimball start Zip2, an early online map and directory service, basically Yelp and Google Maps before either existed. The decision pays off. In 1999, Compaq buys Zip2 for around $300 million. Musk, still under 30, walks away with millions. This is normally where the story would end. Most people stop here. He doesn't stop. He puts almost all of that money into a riskier company, an online payment startup that becomes PayPal. In 2002, eBay buys PayPal for $1.5 billion. Musk's share is roughly $180 million. He's now rich enough to disappear for the rest of his life. Instead, he does something that looks like financial self-destruction. He believes humanity needs a backup plan, a way to eventually live on more than one planet. Building rockets has always been the job of entire governments, not individuals. He decides to spend most of his fortune trying anyway. In 2002, he starts SpaceX. At nearly the same time, he becomes the top investor and chairman of a tiny, struggling electric car startup most people have never heard of. Tesla Motors. 2006. SpaceX's first rocket launch fails. 2007. The second one fails. 2008. The third one fails. 3 explosions. 3 years. The company is nearly out of money to attempt a fourth. At the same moment, Musk takes over as Tesla's CEO in the middle of the worst financial crash in decades. The company is burning through cash with no clear way to survive. 2 companies, same year, both about to collapse. By his own account, Musk is personally running out of money too. SpaceX has one shot left. September 2008 and the 4th Falcon 1 launch. This time it reaches orbit. First privately built rocket in history to do it. Weeks later, NASA hands SpaceX a contract worth $1.6 billion to fly cargo to the space station. The money keeps the company alive, barely and just in time. Tesla's turn comes next. A funding round closes on Christmas Eve 2008. By Musk's own account, if it hadn't gone through, Tesla wouldn't have made payroll the following month. 2 companies, 2 near deaths, saved within weeks of each other, not because the danger passed, but because both bets landed just in time. From there, the curve changes. Tesla goes public in 2010, the first American car company to do that since Ford. It eventually becomes one of the most valuable car companies on Earth. SpaceX keeps going further. In 2012, its Dragon capsule becomes the first commercial spacecraft to dock with the International Space Station. Later, SpaceX does something space agencies never managed at scale, landing rocket boosters and reusing them instead of throwing them away after one flight. It wasn't a straight line after this. There were more failures, more delays, more public mistakes. But the pattern that almost killed both companies in 2008 is the same pattern that built them. Musk wasn't unusually lucky. He was unusually willing to put almost everything he had into bets that experts at the time thought wouldn't work, and then keep funding them even after they failed in public more than once. That's a fact, not a compliment. It's also not a strategy that works for everyone. It carries real risk of losing everything. And it nearly did. Two companies, both nearly bankrupt in the same year, saved by a margin of weeks. The world remembers the rockets that landed. It rarely remembers how close they came to never leaving the ground.